Okay. I got you, baby.
Joseph.
Fun fact, this video that got released this week, yesterday, Two Battle Creek, started here. And away we go. Welcome to Story Time with Redbeard. I have Tensa with me, and I'm going to tell you a story about Pirates of the Caribbean. My introduction to Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, their first movie, The Black Pearl, and it's an interesting one. I've got a short time limit, so I can't do a bunch of retakes on this video. Let's see how good I am. I got 14 miles. The movie came out, I believe it was May 2003. I know it was 2003 because I was engaged to my wife. I proposed on Mother's Day 2003, and we wanted to go on a date, and we wanted to go to our local theater to see Pirates of the Caribbean. I saw the trailer. I thought it looked good. I didn't know much about. I mean, I like pirate movies. I've always had a kind of, since I was a kid, like pirate cartoons and pirates, the theme of pirates. Not knowing that pirates are actually bad and they're bad people, but the way cartoons do it and stuff, they're usually, they're just they're characters that are in bad places and they're not actually that bad. Like, Jack Sparrow is not necessarily a bad character. Anyway, the trailer looked good. My wife she wasn't my wife at the time. My fiancé at the time. We wanted to go see it. Checked it out. Went to the movie, and during the scene, if you know the movie at all, the battle scene, the main battle scene, stop blowing holes in my ship. That scene. And one guy gets a fork stuck in his eye. I can't think of his name. The power went out. The screen was black. The lights went black. The emergency lights. That's the only time I've ever, in all the movies I've ever been to, I've never had that happen. You know how you see those exit signs? They're there for a reason. Well, they're there legally, but they're also there because they don't go out. We did not know it at the time, but it was a major storm going on outside, and the storm was so bad it took the power out to pretty much all of our town, it seemed like. Downpouring, I think there might have been some hail, there was a lot of wind. I remember the scene because it was right in the middle of the battle scene. It just cut right there. And we got up, went out to the side, we went out to the emergency exit just to take a look, and the movie and the loudness of that battle scene, we couldn't hear it. So we went to check it out, and we're like, oh man, it is storming out. Like, it is crazy out. Some people went home. I'm not sure why, because I wouldn't want to go outside. I would rather stay in that building. Seems like it would be safer.
Right.
My wife, she remembered that back at my apartment, we're traditional. We got engaged. We did not live together until we got married. So she left her vehicle at my apartment, and she remembered her windows were down, because I thought it was like this. Either way, it was not enough to think that it was going to rain, and it was, window was down. And she's like, man, my windows are down. It's going to get rain in the window, right inside my vehicle. And we hung out there until it was going to at least die down, and we weren't sure if we were going to go home or not. But it died down after so many, 20 minutes of rain or whatever. And the announcement came on the speaker saying, our power's been restored. If you want, we can either reimburse your movie ticket, come back and re-see it, or come back in and we'll restart the movie. And so obviously we had nothing else going on. It was raining out. I mean, it was not raining hard anymore, but the power came back on, and went back into the theater, sat back down, and the movie sure enough started again. And what was interesting is the movie started back up with no sound. So we watched the rest of that battle scene with no sound.
I remember that.
Very crazy. I know, it's just something you just can't forget because it's so strange. So the movie ended. I loved the movie. I knew of Jack Sparrow. I knew of Johnny Depp. Obviously, Edward Scissorhands. Another movie that I've always kind of liked was called Nick of Time. I knew of the actor Johnny Depp, but that movie there, to me, it was a well-known name now. I fell in love with that character. He did an amazing job with that character. And I heard in an interview, I think I'm saying this correctly, that Disney was not sure that they should hire him for that role. Which is hilarious to think about now, because anybody who's seen that movie, if you've seen it and you like it because of Johnny Depp's character. Jack Sparrow, he nailed it. Why is the rum gone? You know, this way he runs and stuff, it's all... What the heck? There's a hat on the ground. You see that?
No.
I'm pretty sure I remember that story being that's how it went. They didn't want to hire him because I don't know, they didn't think he was fit for the role. And well, you look back now and you're like, yeah, they made 5 movies, and if he's not in the movie, that movie will not do as good.
Right.
So, and there's a lot of movies that have a character that just make the movie, like Wolverine. Was it Hugh Jackman? He made that character. In my opinion, nobody can play that character better than him.
No.
Some people don't like the movie Deadpool because of his character, but Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool awesome.
I will agree with that. He did very well, even though I hate the character.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how I was introduced to that movie on that day during that storm. It was an instant love for that movie. I love the franchise. I love all the movies. I don't love them all the same. The first one's still the best one, but I like all of them. I've heard rumor that there was going to make a 6th one. I know some people are like, oh my gosh, stop making them. But man, if it's going to sell, I mean, if Marvel can do it, to me, as long as Johnny Depp is in it and it has some sort of plot, I'll watch it. You know, I don't have a problem with that. So going off that and this bike, the bike my wife named Black Pearl, or the Black Pearl. I am Captain Redbeard, which sometimes I forget to say it that way. I'm Captain Redbeard, and my wife is a First Mate Tinsel, and then my oldest daughter is Quartermaster Unicorn. I know, very piratey. And my youngest daughter, who also likes to ride, she is a powder monkey? No, a gunner. A gunner. Where if you look at what do you call it? The way the levels of a ship.
It's the order of order of command.
Correct. So you got your captain, your first mate, and your quartermaster, and it works its way down from there.
Right.
Whenever we have grandkids, we already want if they want to ride, we already know what they're going to be called. They're going to be called what do you call it?
The powder monkeys.
Powder monkeys. That's the guys who put the powder in the gun, the cannons to be fired. So they're called powder monkeys, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious. So yeah, that's how they tie together. My favorite franchise of all time is Pirates of the Caribbean. I watch that movie at least once a year, the whole series. I like a lot of other movies, but that's my favorite one. And
we own them. Yeah.
It's mostly my favorite because of Johnny Depp's character. I love Johnny Depp's character, Jack Sparrow. And then so we have a kind of a piratey theme on our bike. With it being our vessel is not a boat, it's a bike. We don't travel by sea, we travel by land. We always have a heading. The ship is being captained by me, Redbeard, not Blackbeard. He has a different ship. I think that's the Queen's Anne's Revenge, if I'm not mistaken. So now you know a little bit about the the ship's bike's name, Black Pearl, and who it's captained by, Redbeard. Which
when do you sell?
Sad. We figured that mostly means yes. Oh my gosh. Now this video probably won't go out this might not go out until winter time. This is one of those videos I'm just going to keep on the
back burner. On
the shelf for a while. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for listening, tuning in. Hit the subscribe button and the bell and the thumbs up one. And tell your friends about a channel that's quirky and kooky and about motorcycle trips. Okay, I just made this video longer and I shouldn't have.
You can cut it at any point.
Remember to find the joys in life, unless it's illegal. See ya.